Right, so I'm going to grab a piece of paper here. I do really like memory games, and in fact, I was quite happy when, for GCSE Maths, we memorised a formula to solve quadratic equations. If you don't know what a quadratic equation is, then I will show you here. That's the form there, ax squared plus bx plus c, and that's an example, x squared plus 6x plus 12. So that's what it's like. And to solve that, we'd use a memorised formula, which of course was not particularly difficult for me. I've practiced memory a lot using memory games and so forth. So here we go. I'm not going to solve it because I don't have a calculator to hand, but this is it. Plus or minus so that's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4, and then in brackets ac over 2a. So that is a bit of a complex formula there. What normally happens is actually fairly common for people to learn it through a song. That's how I learned it. But what do you do when you get something like this? This is a more complex thing. That there is a cubic, and so it's got an extra term. So it's ax squared plus bx squared, no, ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, and that's a cubic. And that is a far harder formula to memorise, and I've more or less memorised it. It's very complex, it's very long, it's going to take up over half this piece of paper, but it does the same thing with cubics. So if you want what can kind of be called a shortcut to doing it, then you are welcome to try and learn this. It took me a while, but we're going to go ahead now. So I'm going to start with a cube root, and it's going to be a very long cube root here. Okay, so that's across the whole page, and I'm expecting to use all of it. So here we go. We'll start off with negative b squared over 27, no, negative b cubed over 27a cubed. Oh god, it's not a good start for me to do it wrong at the beginning. Plus bc, so that's b times c, over 6a, and make that look more like a 6, squared, minus d over 2a. So that's the first section, and this section you'll see recur 4 times overall throughout this, so this is the main thing you need to know if you memorise it, these 3 fractions. And you'll see here, we can do plus, and then we'll have a square root, and this will be the square root of that again, negative b cubed over 27a cubed plus bc over 6a squared minus d, almost did a b there, 2a, and that in the brackets there is squared, so that's the first deviation to this here. And we're going to also add on c over 3a and minus b squared over 9a squared, and that bracket there, barely fitting it, but it's cubed. So that's a lot already. That's not the end by any stretch of the imagination, because what we're going to do now is we're going to plus, and then yes, another one of these, and for starters it's going to completely repeat, so but instead of a plus here, we're going to do a minus, and that's the only deviation from this. The rest of it's going to be entirely the same. So I'll go ahead with it now and just continue to write it all. That's a B. Okay, so that's a lot. Just when thinking it's over, there's one more thing you need to remember on the end, and that's minus negative B over 3A. And that's the equation. That's all of it.